Good evening, gentle people. If you just joined me, welcome to ATJ Vibe Live. So, different setting tonight here in my backyard in the island's capital, Kingston, Jamaica. Now, the World Athletics Championships is just hours away from starting, and the finest athletes in the world have finally taken up their spots in Eugene, Oregon. There are some of the athletes who are right now struggling to get into Eugene. Some who are just getting their US visiting visas to go to the championships. And because of massive miscommunication issues on the part of both World Athletics, the US Department of State, among other interested parties associated with the World Championships in Eugene, it is very clear that these championships could be considered the most ridiculously occupied and organized championships ever. Right now we have seen tons of news clippings popping up about what's happening in Eugene for the wrong reasons. One Kenyan athlete who is one of the leading sprint stars of Africa, right now he's not struggling to get on a flight. Jamaican athletes come close to us missing out on making a trip to Eugene, and this is very embarrassing. And the Secretary of State of the United States need to answer those questions to all those countries affected, in particular India, who have sent a contingent of athletes. Some of the delegates right now are trying to pinpoint at the United States in a bad way. Right now, USA is getting a bad name before the next Olympic Games in the year 2028 to be staged in Los Angeles, California. And it's not looking good for international sport. This is not looking good for international diplomacy. But tonight, the World Championships will focus on interesting stuff. We have some predictions to bring along with you, but also tomorrow's events. So I'm going to give my prediction of the medals and where those medals are going to come from, who are going to be the key athletes. Will there be a championship record broken by Jamaica? Will there be a world record broken by Jamaica? It's going to be the most interesting championships ever. If you're just joining me, this video will go on YouTube this evening. So once I'm done, I'm going to make sure I upload this on YouTube for you guys to watch it. So pardon us for the surroundings in the background, because I'm here at the 24/7 Cafe Lounge at the Jamaica Pegasus. Now, please note, I'm drinking some Sprite, as I say. So don't feel that say it's a rich man business with a part. No, this is about athletics at the highest level, and you have to kind of change the settings a bit in order to bring in a little flavor to the vibe and to the atmosphere. Now, the World Champs, like the Olympic Games, the Commonwealth Games, or whichever regional athletics or multiple sporting championships which accommodate athletics, is very important. This World Championship is the 18th edition. The first edition took place in Helsinki, Espoo in 1983 at the same venue that hosted the 1952 Olympic Games, where the flying Finnish athletes from Finland, that is, lit the Olympic cauldron. Now, many years later, you're noticing from Jamaican and Caribbean athletes. Interestingly, the first edition of the World Championships, we got our first gold medal. The year was 1983, and the name of the athlete was Bertland Cameron. Guess what? He's the coach of the relay team, in particular the mixed relay team. Now, the mixed relay department, so the internet signal kind of get the better of it. So I was saying the mixed relay event will be one of the first events tomorrow at the World Championships. But let me just give you a quick reminder of who makes up the mixed relay team at this year's World Championships. A mixed relay team consists of 2 males, 2 female athletes sharing the same space. The event is usually a 4x4. First introduced during a race meet in Australia in 2017 as part of the send-off occasion for Usain Bolt for his exploits in the sport of athletics. Now, let me just give you Boy, trust me, it's getting really edgy there now. So we have Janelle Brumfield, we have Tiffany James Rose, Akeem Bloomfield, and Gregory Prince. These are the athletes that will take to the track tomorrow in the mixed relay. Now, that event will kick off at approximately 1:45 Jamaica time. Then you have the shot put events that will take place. The women's shot put qualifier at 7:05 p.m. Jamaica time. Now, the shot put event will feature Danielle Thomas Dodd and Lydrika Cameron, followed by the 1500 meters women heats, which will see Adele Tracy featured in that event. Then the men's 100 meter heats at approximately 8:50 p.m. Now this will feature the very greats of Jamaican male sprinting: Johan Blake, Oblique Seville, Akeem Blake. Jelani Walker is the alternative should one of these athletes go injured. But we have not heard of any bad news of any injury issues amongst the first three Jamaican male athletes. So let's see how things go tomorrow. Then to close off is the 4x4 mixed relays final. Now, should Jamaica's mixed relay team make the cut to the final, then they will have to contend with three teams in particular: Germany, the United States, the host, and the Olympic champions, Republica Dominicana, or the Dominican Republic. Great showpiece. This is a real time. We have to really look into this event seriously. On the first occasion of the World Championships, Jamaica secured a silver medal in the mixed relays. Now, the first edition we saw Tiffany James getting a medal for us. But now that she's in her second World Championships, she will have the real opportunity now to turn the silver into gold inside of Eugene, Oregon. Now, thank you guys for joining me at this point. Let me just call out some names quickly: Opal Kelly, Paul Levy, Larita Farinas, and Barry Kalinowski. So welcome on board. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please don't be afraid to comment. Now, with the championships taking place, there has been a lot of upsurge in ticket sales. Now, before I speak on the ticket sales, the photo that has been circulating very hard on the World Athletics Twitter account showing the two Jamaican athletes on either side of their opponent in the center, who is a US sprinter. Now, this sends a lot of mixed reactions. I spoke about it the other night, but at the right time, let me speak on it. Now, this is not anything we should celebrate about for the right reasons. As a Jamaican, I mean, there should be three Jamaican sprinters on that picture, but they may say look biased. But why is it they put Elaine Thompson and Sherika Jackson on one side of the picture, on either side of the picture, and then you have this American athlete in the center? That just does not look good. Now, Sherika Jackson is the fastest woman going into the championship, and they could have given her more props. Now, what does this tell me is something very dark and needs to be addressed from within track and field. Now, let me just take this opportunity to say this to people who follow the sport. I know it may be a work of art, and maybe a case of creative intuition, but I'll not take kindly to it. neither is Jamaica nor is a Caribbean national. But remember now, Jamaica has the best of the very best. Later on this evening, at around 8 p.m., there will be the live broadcast of the World Athletics Press Conference at near to the venue of the World Championships. Speaking about the World Athletics Championships and the activities surrounding World Athletics, with it as the administrative side of it. Congratulations goes out to Tokyo in Japan. Now, that's where my sister works and traverses from on a daily basis. Now, the 2025 edition of the World Championships will be staged in Tokyo, Japan. And this will be the second time ever that the World Championships will be held in Tokyo, Japan. And this will take place 4 years after the rescheduled Olympic Games that was staged last year. So all good times are coming into play there now as it is for this championship. Now, tonight, after this broadcast, I'll do some upload links both on Facebook as well as my WhatsApp for those who are privileged enough to have my WhatsApp contact number, whether as friends or as business associates. You will see the link for the last edition of the World Championships. That was the 17th edition that was staged in Doha in Qatar. And you will see our day-to-day coverage of these championships. That will span around 4 hours of during the course of the upload. So you'll have the 9 daily uploads of the championships, so as you can follow up with the excitement of the last edition. And then tomorrow now, at around 6 a.m. there is going to be a preview of the race that is to come later on as of 10:45 a.m. Jamaica time. Now the day-to-day schedule goes as follows. Each day action begins at 10 a.m. our time or 11 a.m. depending on which event it is. But the last event of the day will close at 9 or 9:15 or 9:50 at most, especially on the final day of competition of these championships. Now, let me just run through some very interesting details here. Now, let me start off with day 1 action of the championships. Now, the final race of the day, which is the 4x4, tomorrow evening, we'll start at 9:50. That is the last race. Therefore, at around 10:30, it will be about results and analysis. Then, you will see my evening review and preview that will follow at around 11 p.m. Jamaica time. Sunday will be the final of the women's 100-meter sprint final. That is on the 17th of July. Well, I've been in Kingston, and don't be surprised, this device here, this DJI Mavic Mini, will be used as my aeronautical operating device that will be picking up all the sights and sounds of the people of the city of Kingston, celebrating when our athletes lift out of the blocks from the starting position in the 100 meters finals, coming right down to the finishing line. These championships is very amazing. So the Jamaican public, who locally, regionally or internationally, will be seeing it, and the rest of the world will be taking in some good moments of these championships. That's part 1. Now, for Saturday, action ends at 9:50 just the same. The men's 100-meter finals will be the last event at 9:50. Therefore, by 10:30 thereabouts, it will be closing down time. And then you know what happens after that. Alright? Then, Sunday, as I said before, 9:50 is the final of the women's 100-meter finals. Monday, Pardon me, guys. So, just making sure I keep in check with my schedule. You know, it can be very tricky. Alright, so Monday, so there's Chanda Lal Dandwane joining in. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. It's great to hear from you. Alright. So day number 3 is day number 4, sorry, that's Monday, is 9:50. Day 5, Tuesday, 9:50 p.m. Day number 6. Oh gosh, 1 minute, guys, 1 minute. 1 second. I need you to take this opportunity. I'm going to introduce someone very important to the sporting fraternity in general. And say hello to the cameras.
Hi.
Yes.
Representing Jamaica Rugby.
And this is Alex. So he has joined me at the right time. So trust me, how are you doing?
Not too bad.
Alright. So tell me about the world, the rugby series that's going on.
So what we have this week, starting today, is the Under 19 and Women's 12 Championship for RAN, which is Rugby America North. Jamaica, both men and women, is actually participating. And so far today was a good look for just the Under 19. Tomorrow at UE, where it's being hosted, starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow, we actually we've seen women and the men's participating going on.
Okay.
We're looking forward for the local guys to come out and support our Jamaican men and women.
Oi. Alright. So that is interesting stuff from the Jamaican Rugby fraternity coming in. Well, I wouldn't say they crashed my party, but it's a case of, we have to support our very own athletes who are in pursuit of excellence. So thanks again. Yeah, man. So So Alex is really pushing me to be a part of the rugby in terms of managerial role. But so back to what I was saying. So the World Champs is we have been hearing the bad news, but the good news is most of our athletes are inside of the United States. A couple of them right now are to make the trip going to the weekend. Thank goodness the Minister of Sport, Olivia Babsy-Grange, the Jamaica Athletics boss, Gaff Gale, the World Athletics executives, among others, have came out and come in the defensive of the fellow athletes that should take part, who may not be amongst the world-ranked athletes. But this cannot take place in the lead up to the Olympic Games. This would look very bad on our part. Well, not really on our part. The case of the organizers of LA 2028. Now, the World Champs is a purist event, but it's close enough to the Diamond Jubilee because of the pandemic, because it was to be originally staged last year, but the compromise that was being reached between World Athletics and the International Olympic Committee makes it a lot more interesting. So we have to just work with it. The pandemic is here just the same. There's a more later version of the variant of the COVID-19, which is the second version of the Omicron variant. So I'm just asking members of the public, please be very, 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 very careful. Of course, the monkeypox outbreak is out. Jamaica already have the first case of monkeypox, but we should not be overwhelmed or past alarmed. We should just be on our guard where it is called for. But as you know, for me, I've worked cut out as a digital media practitioner, and this World Championships is come at the right time. So we're looking forward to some high quality, high spirited performance amongst Jamaica's best athletes. So from here, I have to say thank you for joining me. But remember, this video soon go on YouTube. So go on my YouTube page, subscribe, turn on the notification button, like the video on them, and stay tuned for more videos as it relates to the World Championships and the Commonwealth Games. Remember, we have Diamond Quest Part 1, which is this event, the World Senior Athletics Championships in the United States. Diamond Quest Part 2 is a double dose version. You have the World Youth Championships in Cali, Colombia, that's athletics just the same, as well as the Commonwealth Games. And they will be taking place closer to Emancipation Celebration Week. Remember, Commonwealth Games begins the 28th of July through to the 8th of August. The World Youth Championship will take place from the 1st of August to the 6th of August. So it's going to be a jamboree of a lifetime. Be a part of the experience. Remember, wear black, green and gold. Don't forget a pot cover. Don't forget your bandana. And if you don't mind, cook your own pot. Yeah man, whether it's jerk food, whether it's ackee and starfish, roasted bread food, or festival. Don't forget also the Jamaica 60 events going on. We have festival series. The float parade will take place on Saturday, August the 6th as part of the Independence celebration. But the main event will culminate at the National Commonwealth Stadium on August the 6th. I think the Grand Gala will start around 7 p.m. Jamaica time. Around the same time as, well, August the 7th, we should be having some live action from the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, UK, in particular track and field. But ATG Vibe Live would like to say to you guys, thank you for the good vibes, thanks for everything. And of course, Alex, once again, say hello to you.
Hey guys, remember Jamaica Rugby is also in the Commonwealth game, this Commonwealth. In Sevens Rugby in the Commonwealth, so support them as well.
Alright. And you can find the coverage of the Commonwealth Games on Sportsmax Television if you have access to Sportsmax via the Google Play Store or the App Store, that is home of Apple apps. Please download it. Watch live coverage of the Commonwealth Games, but remember, you must pay for your digital Sportsman subscription so you can be a part of the experience. The World Championships is streamed live in Jamaica on onespotmedia.com. Due to geographical restriction, you must stick within the confines. If you are living in the United States, NBC Sports. In Canada, CBC Sports. In the United Kingdom, BBC. If you are in South Africa, it is SABC. Enjoy yourself, stay safe, one love. Until then, pleasant evening.